Today from the vault, we're going to take a look at the 1903 .32 Hand Ejector by Smith Wesson. Now these little guns are significant for one big reason. They are the first what we would consider modern Smith Wesson revolver because they have everything that the current models do. They lock up front and rear just like the modern ones do. The cylinder stop is now at the bottom of the window, whereas the previous models were at the top of the window. And when you look at it, it looks old-fashioned, but you can see that definitely it's a Smith Wesson. It's got the standard side plate fitting, variety of grips, barrel lengths. So everything is basically here. The design has been pretty much perfected, and these are still very useful guns today. Now, most people aren't carrying a little .32 like this, but if you want to go afield after small game or go to the range for targets, a 4-inch or a 6-inch will handle that very nicely. And .32 Smith Wesson Long is more than adequate for punching a hole in a paper or small game animals. They're nice and light. They're built with all the Smith Wesson pre-war craftsmanship you've seen on other models. They're nicely fitted. The actions are super smooth. You couldn't ask for much more in a revolver. They are a little on the small side. If you'll notice, this grip here is extended downward just for that very reason. Normally it would come down only to about here. And there's a reason for that. This is called the regulation police. And at one time, a lot of law enforcement carried a gun similar to this, either in a Colt or a Smith & Wesson with 4-inch barrel, .32 caliber, was considered more than adequate for the job. This here was more for a sportsman or for a target shooter. And if you happen upon one of these with adjustable sights in any of these barrel lengths, they're quite desirable. They're worth about twice as much a lot of times. Very pleasant gun to shoot if you're a reloader. A pound of powder will do well over 1,000 rounds for these guns with regular loads. You couldn't ask for a nicer little gun. They're often overlooked because they're only a .32, but they really do give you a lot of shooting pleasure, and the prices on these have not skyrocketed like so many other guns have. By the way, if you've ever wondered why they call these hand ejectors, well, the original Smith & Wessons were top brakes. And when you broke them open, the ejector automatically popped out the rounds. But with these, you opened the cylinder and you ejected the rounds by hand with your thumb. That's why they got the nickname hand ejectors. Little trivia there. So, that's it for today. That's the 1903 .32 Hand Ejector by Smith & Wesson. Now, if you got any particular guns you'd like to have us present, drop us a comment. We'll do our best to accommodate you. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time when we bring you another gun from the vault.